Hello everybody, welcome back to Maria Rich Math channel. In this channel, we will be doing finding factors of a number.
Okay, hi, finding factors of a number. So the question, Maria, last class we talk about how to factors of a number. Yes. Now let us talk can we find factors of a number? How can we find factors of a number?
How can we
find factors of a number? Yes.
Answer by finding the divisors
of
that number.
Yeah, right. So the question is finding factors of a number. Okay, finding factors. What is it? Number. So how can we find factors of a number? Let me ask the question and the answer. How can we find factors of a number? Maria, by what is the answer?
By finding the divisors.
By finding the divisors of that number. Okay, that number. Let us have some example. Okay, so factors of four, for example. Factors of 4. This is example. Factors of 4. How to find factors of 4? We have to find the divisors of 4. Yes? Number 1. Does 1 is a divisor of 4? Yes. So 1 is a divisor of 4. Why? Because 4 divided by 1 equals 4. 4, Maria, see, so 4 divided by 1 equals 4. So therefore we say 1 is a factor. Factor of what?
4.
Of 4, yes? And because as you see, 1 times 4 equals 4. 1 between two brackets, 1 times 4 equals 4. How about 2, Maria?
2 is a factor of 4 because 2 times
2 equals 4. Or we say 2 is a divisor because 2 is divisor of 4. Yeah? 2 is divisor of 4. So let us see. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So 2 is divisor of 4.
Yes.
Therefore, 2 is also a factor of 4. Why? Because as you see here, if we multiply 2 times 2 equals 4. So finding factors of a number, we have to find the divisors of that number. Okay, and here 4 is divisible by 1, we see, or 1 is a divisor of 4. 4 is divisible by 2 because 4 divided by 2 equals 2. And 4 also is divisible by 4. 4 is divisible by 4. 4 is divisible by 4. Why? Because 4 divided by 4 equals 1. So that 4 is also a factor of 4. Yes, because as you see, 4 times 1 equals 4. Yes, Maria? So finding a divisor of a number, we can find the factors of that number. So here, therefore, we write finally, therefore factors of 4 are 1, 2, 3, and 4. 3? No,
No.
no, it's not. Sorry. So 1, 2, and 4. Why? Why? Because see, factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4. Because 4 is divisible by 1, and 4 is divisible by 2, and 4 is divisible by 4. Okay, and we write it like that. 4 is divisible by 1 because 4 divided by 1 equals 4. 4 is divisible by 2. 4 divided by 2, 2. 4 is divisible by 4 as well, equals 1. Okay, or we say 1, 2, and 4 are divisors of 4. Okay,
Yes.
so in this method, we can find the factors of any number. And let me write it. So divisors of 4 are, so divisors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4 as well. Yeah, and they are the factors of 4. So 4 is divisible by 1, 4 is divisible by 2, and 4 is divisible by 4. Or we can write like that: 4 divided by 1 equals 4, or 1 multiplied by 4 equals 4, 4 divided by 2 equals 2, or 2 multiplied by 2 equals 4, and also 4 divided by 4, let me write it here, 4 divided by 4 equals 1, and 1 times 4, or 4 times 1 equals 4. Got the answer? Yes, Maria?
Yes.
And so that we can find factors of 8 and factors of 5 and so on. Let us find factors of 5. What are factors of 5, Maria? Factors of 5. What are factors of 5? We have to find the divisors of 5. Yes, so divisors of 5 are 1. So divisors 5 are 1 and 5. Why? Because 5 divided by 5 equals 1, and 5 divided by 1, sorry, let us see, 5 divided by 1 equals 5, and 5 divided by 5 equals 1, or you can write 1 multiplied by 5 equals 5, or here 5 times 1 equals 5. So what are the divisors of 5? 1 and 5. We see 5 is divisible by 1, and 5 is divisible by 5 as well. Or 1 is divisor of 5, and 5 is divisor of 5. Okay, so we have some rules. Let us say the first rules. Some rules. Start from rules. Okay. What are these rules, Maria? An integer. The first rule, what is the first rule?
An integer is divisible by 2 if it ends in
0,
0, 2,
4,
4,
6, 8, and so on. So the first rule is an integer. Let me write it. An integer is divisible by 2 if what, Maria?
If it ends
in 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, blah, blah, blah. And these are even numbers, yes?
Yes.
Okay, let me give an example. So we can write here number n like that. We write number, here is a number, or write n. N means number, and here divisible by 2, and here y. Okay, so let us take 320. Is 320 divisible by 2, Maria, or not?
It is.
Why? 320 is Is it divisible by 2?
Yes,
Yes.
because
Why?
it ends in a zero.
Yeah, because it ends, or let me write it, ends 320 ends in 0. Yes. How about 946?
946 is divisible by 2 because it ends in a 6.
Yes, it's ends. We can write it like that. Ends and 6. How about 71?
71 is not divisible by 2.
71 is not divisible by 2 because it does not end, doesn't end in
an even number.
an even number. Even number. Got it, Maria. So nice. Does not end in an even number. How about 9,
Yeah.
8, 7, 4? Is it divisible by 2?
Yes,
Yes. Why?
because it ends in a 4.
Ends in 4 or ends in an even number. What are even numbers, Maria?
Even numbers are 2, 4,
Start on 2, 4,
2, 4, 6, 8,
Mhm.
and so on.
and so on. Or so should be any number divisible by 2 if it ends in 0 or 2, 3, 4, 6, and so on. 2, 0, 2, 4, and so on. Okay, how about, for example, 7, 3? Does it divisible by 2?
No,
No, it does not divisible by 2. It doesn't end, doesn't end in 0 or 2 or 4, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So it should end in an even number. Let us here again 320. I'm going to add something. You say 320. You say 320 is divisible by 2. Okay? Is divisible by 2. Means 2 is divisor. Yes. So we can write it 320 divided by 2. We should have an integer number. How can we perform division here? 3 divided by 2, it is 1. Yes. And still we have 1. 12 divided by 2, 6. And we put 0. Yeah. Or we can write 320 divided by 2 equals 160. And we say 320 is divisible by 2. And 2 is factor of 320. Okay? Another number, let us go for 71, for example. 71. We say 71, does 71 divisible by 2?
no,
Is not divisible by 2. Why 71 is not divisible by 2
because
or
it
doesn't divisible by
end
2?
in an even number.
Because does not end in 0, 2, 4, 6, and so on. Doesn't end in an even number. And see, if we divide 71 by 2, what we will have? 7 divided by 2 is 3. We will get 11. 11 by 2 is 5. 5 multiplied by 2, so 10, and still we will have 1. So we'll have 35 and half. So this is not integer number. Yes, 35 and half. That's not integer number. So we can write also 71 divided by 2. We can write 35 and half 0.5. 0.5. Okay, we will see later on how can we do so. Okay. So 71 is not divisible by 2. So 2 is not factor of 71. Okay. Is not a factor of 71. So how? Once again, let us stop here and return back. We have done. Yes, Maria, from the beginning. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Maria Rich Math
Channel.
Channel, finding factors of a number.
Yes. How to find factors of a number?
Finding factors of a number. How can we find factors of a number? Answer, by finding the divisors of that number.
Good. So let us have factors of 4. What are factors of 4? We have to find the divisors of 4. So starting from 1, is 4 divisible by 1? Yes. Yes, and 4 divided by 1 equals 4. So 1 is a factor of 4. Okay, is 4 divisible by 2? Yes, because 4 divided by 2 equals 2. 2 is a factor of 4. Yes. So is 4 divisible by 4? Yes. 4 divided by 4 equals 1. So 4 is also a factor of 4, or 4 times 1 equals 4. Therefore, we say factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4. No 3, 1, 2, and 4. And also 4 divided by 1, 4 is divisible by 1, 4 is divisible by 2, 4 is divisible by 4. So 4 divided by 4 equals 1, 4 divided by 2 equals 2, 4 divided by 2, 4 equals 1. Divisors for 4 are 1, 2, and 4. Factors of 4 equals 1, 2, and 4. Okay?
Yeah.
So 4 over 1 equals 4, 4 over 2 equals 2, 4 over 4 equals 1. Good. What are factors of 5? Divisors of 4, we have to find divisors of 5. 5 is divisible by 1 because 5 divided over 1 equals 5. Or 1 times 5 equals 5. 5 is divisible by 5 because 5 over 5 is 1, or 5 times 1 equals 5. With the first rules in divisibility and dividing here, an integer is divisible by 2 if it ends in
0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on.
Yeah, these are even numbers. Repeat the rule, Maria. Repeat the rule, Maria.
And
When integer is divisible by 2.
an integer is divisible by 2 if it ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on.
Yes, so it should have should end in an even number. Okay. Here's a table shows that some numbers and number divisible by 2 and why. 300, yes, the first one.
320 is divisible by 2 because it ends in a 0. 946 is divisible by 2 because it ends in 6. 71 is not divisible by 2 because it doesn't end in an even number. 9,874 is divisible by 2 because it ends in 4. 73 is not divisible by 2 because it doesn't end in 0
or 2 or 4 or 6 or yeah, so it does not end in an even number. And the 320 is divisible by 2, and we can write 320 divided by 2 equals, we can perform division and we'll get 160, or 300 over 2 is 160. Yeah. Whereas 71 is not divisible by 2, and 71 over 2 will have 35.5, or 71 divided by 2 equals 35.5. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day and enjoy your day. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Yes.